I'd like to begin by speaking something about networking from the perspective of nature. Just a few days ago, I took a walk with one of my very dear friends to a redwood forest. Have you been to Muir Woods? Every year I go with one of my dear friends while I'm in this area to the Muir Woods, just to get away from everything in the beauty of nature. And there, some of the largest and greatest trees in the entire planet have been standing for hundreds or even thousands of years old. And as you're walking along the little pathways, the bark of the trees is so thick, and there's so many such trees. Hardly any sun comes down because it's blocked by all the leaves and branches. And footsteps are kind of absorbed in this thick bark. So it's a very mystical silence. And as we were walking, we came to one of the largest trees in the forest. There was a group of Chinese tourists in a circle around a park ranger. And I happened to stand just behind the tourist to hear what he was saying. He was about to tell what he said, the underground secret of the redwood trees. Now, an American coming from the 1960s, I still have an inclination to hear underground secrets. He asked a question. He began by telling how these trees in this forest have stood over hundreds or thousands of years through massive snowstorms, windstorms, and devastating earthquakes. And yet they keep growing, bigger and higher and higher and higher. Now, for most trees to have strength, they need roots that go very, very deep. But the redwood trees, their roots do not grow very deep. And they're in an area with very loose soil. And it's a hilly region. How do they withstand these storms and earthquakes and keep growing? Then he paused for about a minute so that we could all ponder this question. How do they survive? And as I was pondering, I was thinking of all the storms that come in life, individually, collectively, socially, nationally, internationally. Then he revealed the secret. The roots of the redwood tree, they grow outward underground, reaching for the roots of other redwood trees. And as soon as they come in contact with each other, they intertwine and make permanent bond between them. They're interlocked. This means that one tree is locked in its root system with another tree on one side, and on another side with other trees. And the trees that are on the other sides of the trees that they're interlocked with are interlocked with other trees. And the little baby trees, their little tiny roots, these big ancient giants wrap their roots around them. In this way, practically every tree in the forest is connected. Their unity is their strength. Even through storms, winds, and earthquakes, they hold each other up and keep growing and growing and growing. This is nature's lesson of networking.